So just to interrupt, there are many in the Facebook also. This Facebook Live. So there are many listening to you in Facebook also. So we are much, much more than 350, sir.
Very good. So my compliments to you, Rajiv, for hosting this. You've been doing very well as the leader of your district. Great work is happening under your leadership. And I'm happy that this summit is taking place. Rotaract has become such an integral, was always an integral part, but has even become more integral, I would say, since we started the program of Elevate Rotaract. To me, one of the best decisions taken by Rotary in recent times has been Elevate Rotaract, where Rotaractors now will be, Rotaract will now be a type of membership, not just a type of program, which means soon enough, once you start paying the dues, you will have the rights quite similar to the Rotarians. These rights will come not all of a sudden, everything will not come in a day, but slowly, gradually, you will find suddenly that the vistas, the horizon has become so wide. There are so many rights that you will have. Of course, the duty of paying the dues and keeping to the constitution and bylaws, but the rights also will come. And you will be able to do far more, have greater impact of Rotaract. And I think over a period of time, the relationship between Rotaract and Rotary also will become seamless. So much so that so many of you will become Rotarians. So many people who are wanting to become Rotarians may become Rotaractors and have dual membership in Rotary. And I see that already happening. There is a district in Gujarat where I see that out of the 10 past district governors, 6 or 7 of them are past DRRs. So it's a great opportunity for the Rotaractors also, and a great opportunity for Rotarians also. Rotarians will benefit from your youthfulness, your energy. It is your time, today's world is your time. Ours is nearly past, but for you, it is your time, and we want to live this world as you would like this world to be. So go ahead, keep serving, keep developing yourself as a person, and those are the things that we expect out of Rotaract, where there is professional development for you, there is personal development for you, and also that you are able to serve the community. So these are some of the things that you will be able to do, and let us do it on a big scale. Rotaract has tremendous potential. All you need to do is start dreaming big, thinking big. Gone are those days where they said only experience counts. With with technology at your fingertips, with the knowledge that you have, sharp minds, the worldwide vision that each of you has, gone are those days when Rotarians would think that Rotaractors are their hand and feet on the ground. I think now the Rotaractors are the mind on their ground also. So we Rotarians also need to change our attitude. We need to treat Rotaractors at par with the Rotarians. Age is not the factor. Experience is not necessarily the factor. If the Rotarians have the experience, the Rotaractors have the youthful energy, the sharp mind, the technological advantage they have. So I think it can be an excellent combination of Rotaract and Rotary trying to do good in this world. This summit, I'm sure, is going to take that one step further. I compliment the organizers who have organized this. Good to see you, Sneha, here. And are you the person who's on that committee, on the Rotaract committee?
Yes, sir, I am. Greetings.
Yeah, good to see you.
See you, sir. Thank you so much.
Welcome. So this is it. I had a choice to select somebody either from India or from Nepal, and I chose to select Sneha Shakya as the shortlisted person because I felt it's important that Nepal also has a representation, and I'm sure, Sneha, you're going to do a great job on that Rotaract committee. So to the Rotaractors, let us increase the number of Rotaractors in the coming year. Okay. I have been telling everywhere, each one bring one to the Rotarians. Today I tell to the Rotaractors also, each one bring one. Such an easy task, and you can double the number of Rotaractors in the world. It is so easy. So any of you, just imagine in 1 year, all you need to do is just get one member to Rotaract. That's not a difficult task. I'm sure each and every one of you will be able to do that. I see Ram Datta, Gopal Dangi, there is Deepesh Acharya, Anusuya, so many of you. All you need to do is just get one member into Rotaract in 1 year. Sorry. You all love Rotaract. I know you're passionate about it. So each one bring one. And one more favor I seek of the Rotaractors. Each one bring one Rotarian also. So your parents, your seniors in office, or anybody you think, somebody you feel is good to become a Rotarian, do support Rotary by asking that person to join Rotary. Okay, so that's a strange request we are making, and this has come from Ravi Vadlamani, who is the chairman of Rotaract for the next year for Rotary International. And I like the idea. It's good. Just as we are asking Rotarians, if they know some young people, they should be introduced into Rotaract. So it's a two-way thing. Let's do that. In the forthcoming year, I am encouraging everyone to do programs that empower girls. Empowering girls is going to be the lens through which we will see all the programs that we do for the forthcoming year. And there is so much that can be done for girls. Even today's time, girls somehow are disadvantaged or they are discriminated against, not just here in South Asia, but around the world. I've got feedback from around the world, and that is the scenario. Yes, discrimination may be different in different parts of the world, but there is, and we need to end that. Girls are 50% of our humanity, and they are outstanding leaders when given the opportunity of good health, good education, good environment. They can be outstanding leaders, absolutely, and it's our duty to ensure that they have equal rights over health, education, empowerment, and all of these issues. So let us work towards that. There is so much that can be done. For example, when you are young people, go to some schools, find out, are there enough toilets in those schools for girls separately? If not, how about 2 or 3 clubs coming together, putting up toilets in those schools? Because one of the reasons why girls do not complete their education is because there are no toilets by the time they reach class 8. They need separate gender segregated adequate toilets. One toilet for 500 girls is not good enough. So they need to drop out. Maybe you find that some of the girls are dropping out of school. How about giving scholarships to them? You may be young, but you may be able to do some fundraising to support people who cannot even afford to go to a school or continue their studies. Also, you could take care of their menstrual hygiene management. Go into the rural areas and you will find rather than using sanitary pads, they are using dirty cloth, whatever they get, and that is really a health hazard for them. How about introducing them to the reusable sanitary pads? It is something which is good for the environment, good for the girl also. All it costs is 300 Indian rupees, which would be what, about 500 to 600, not even 500 rupees Nepalese, and it's good for 2 years for one girl to use. So it's important. How about getting some women there in the rural area, asking them to start a social enterprise where they manufacture these pads, they market these pads, and the girls use them. So you are not only caring for the environment, you are caring for their health, and you are also doing their economic and community development, all by just taking up one program. And in case any of you wants more details, get in touch with Rajiv or get in touch with your incoming governor, and they will be able to give you details. There are many other things that you could do. How about starting a counseling center in Nepalese? Maybe you could just have a toll-free number where girls who are discriminated, abused, at times trafficked, they could just seek counsel from you, not necessarily legal counsel, but at times people need a shoulder to cry on. They need to share their issues with someone, and maybe you could run a toll-free number just to help them out. There are so many things that you could do for empowering girls, and definitely do participate during the forthcoming year into Rotary Days of Service. Rotary Days of Service is a presidential initiative that has been designed so that Rotaract and Rotary can come together, or two Rotaract clubs or more can come together to showcase the work that you do. While it's important for us to do the work, it is equally important to showcase the work that we do to the community also. So at the local level, showcase the work that you do. Some project maybe on International Women's Day, on International Literacy Day, or any day that you choose. Any day that you choose, do a nice project which is of a good size, not just a regular small project. Invite more and more people who are non-Rotarians, non-Rotaractors. Let them come see what you are doing and create a lot of buzz about it. On social media, you are champions with on the social media. Do use the social media to the advantage for Rotaract as well as Rotary. So these are some of the thoughts that I thought I'll just share with you. Rest I'll leave for any question and answers that you may want to go ahead with. All the very best. Rotaract is strong in this part of the world. Let's make it even more stronger. Thank you.
Sir, thank you very much. Just to inform you, just to update you.
Rajiv, you are muted.
District 3292, Rotaracts, they added 26 clubs, more than 2,000 members. Rotary, we added 24 clubs, 23 clubs, but these Rotaracts, they have added 26 clubs and more than 2,000 members. So the growth has been fantastic even with the Rotaracts. Yes, Rotarians' growth has been excellent in this year, but at the same time, Rotaracts have done even better. Okay, who's coordinating for the question and answer?
Thank you, Rotarian Sekhar Mehta. So now we'll have question answer session. I'll be reading out the questions from the chat box that our delegates have sent. Our first question is, how do you come up with the Rotary International theme, serve to change lives?
Good question. Many people have asked me this question, let me tell you. So, you know, since the time I joined Rotary when I could have actually joined Rotaract. But somebody invited me to join Rotary. I was only 25 years old at that time. I joined Rotary not for service. I joined Rotary only for making friends. But over a period of time, service became the mainstay for me in Rotary. So much so that my life's mantra itself has become service is the rent I pay for the space I occupy on this earth. So when it came to me for deciding on the theme, it was very natural for me that service would get prominence in that. And then we agreed that why service, why not convert into an action? And so it became serve. And what happens when you serve somebody? You change their lives. I've seen this happen over the years. And so it was no rocket science. It came very easily. Serve to change lives. And the hand that you see and that globe in the hand. So in our part of the world, you must have seen when we give something, this is how we keep our hands. So Vivekananda, who's one of the greatest saints from here, philosophers, he said, in life, always take the position of the donor and let the donor kneel down and say, may I give? So that hand is what we are wanting to give to the entire world. That's the globe. And the different colors on that globe is the diversity that we have in the membership, as well as diversity in the world itself. So that's how the theme has come.
Thank you, sir. Now, next question is, what roles should a PDRR play in the district for the benefit of the movement?
First role they should play, what they should not do, let me tell you, do not indulge in any politics. That's the first thing you do. Second, be an advisor, do not interfere. They will seek your advice, be there. You are a huge resource, please understand. They respect you a lot. PDRRs have great respect, I find. So I always say a PDRR or a PDG is like a principal of a school, you know, or it's like a library in a college. That's how important you are. So be there to guide people, at times inspire people, at times lead the way, but be active. Think in terms of joining Rotary. If you become a PDRR, I think over a period of time, you should think in terms of joining Rotary if you feel like. And spread the good word about Rotaract to other people. Ensure more Rotaractors join Rotary, the Rotaract movement. So these are some of the things I would say the PDRR can do very easily.
Thank you, sir. Now, next question we have is, since there are many institute-based Rotaract clubs in South Asia, the RI dues for Rotaract club address this.
RI dues for Rotaract?
Yes.
I couldn't understand the question. I understood the first part. You said, so what is it about the dues? Tell me.
Since there are many institute-based Rotaract clubs in South Asia, do you think the membership will be affected after the RI dues for Rotaract clubs are implemented? How do you address this? How can you address this?
I don't think it should. If it is in the minds of the Rotaractors, it is for you, the Rotaractors, to tell what is the dues that is being asked for. $8 to $10. $8, I think it is right now. For institution-based, it's $8, I suppose, in a year. $8 is 560 Indian rupees, and it will be approximately 800 to 900 rupees Nepalese. Now, if two of you went out for dinner one evening, it will cost you more than that. Is your entire year of membership of Rotaract, which is a life-changing experience, not worth a dinner for two people? I mean, it's a life-changing experience for you where you gain personal development, you gain professional development. And what is the fees you pay for that? Let me tell you, I'm a chartered accountant, cost accountant, company secretary, and MCOM. But despite all these degrees, I learned more in Rotary about man management than I learned when I studied all this. For this institution to understand how I deal with people, how I work with people, and let me tell you, in life, one of the most important things you can do is how to handle people, how to manage people. This institution gives you all that and gives you with a lot of fun. I think giving that much money is definitely worth it.
Thank you, sir. Now, here, this is not a question, but a request from our delegates. We would love to hear about your most cherished moment in Rotary till date.
You know, I've been in Rotary for 35 years. There cannot be one cherished moment. There are so many cherished moments. but let me just share. Which one? Difficult to choose. Okay, I'll tell you one. So when tsunami occurred many years back, Port Blair is, just as Nepal was at that time, part of our district. We were together at 3291 Calcutta, and Nepal were together. And I live in Calcutta. So when I was the district governor, Nepal and India were together, this part of India, and I was the governor for Nepal also, just as Rajiv right now is. Similarly, Andaman Nicobar Islands, which is south of India, off the south east coast. So when tsunami struck there and struck pretty hard, we did a lot of relief work there. And then I went there. I visited some of the smaller islands. You know, the entire island had got wiped out. Anybody living on that island had died. Only those people survived who were not living on that island that day, who had gone out fishing or gone to the mainland for various other jobs. So we decided we will rebuild that place, and we decided to set up 500 homes for those people. It was a tough task. For going to that place called Hut Bay Island, I had to first take a flight from Calcutta to Port Blair for 2 hours. Then from Port Blair, take a helicopter to go to Hut Bay Island. And you had only 2-3 hours there, because again the helicopter will come back, pick you up and bring you back, because you could not stay there overnight. There was no electricity, no water, no place to sleep. So how could you stay on that island? It was not possible. And yet we decided, 6 friends of us, 4 Rotarians, 2 non-Rotarians, decided that we will make 500 homes for them. And we made those homes. 3 months time, we would collect about, we had to collect about 2.5 crores in just 3 months time. Every time I went there, I made 7 trips there. Every time I went there, came back, raised money here. We got Steve Waugh, the cricket captain of Australia at that time, ex-cricket captain. He raised 30 lakhs of rupees for us. The Indian cricket team, the Pakistani cricket team, they came together. They raised another 30-35 lakhs of rupees. And this way we used to keep collecting money. On the last day when we had to hand over these things, we were invited by the lieutenant governor of that state, of the Union Territory, and we were in his helicopter. As we were going, I suddenly saw a sight that I can never forget in my life. I suddenly saw something shimmering, shining absolutely, as the helicopter was circling to land in Hut Bay Island. And then it took me a few seconds to realize that these were the roofs of the homes that we had built. 500 homes, and these roofs were shining. And it just put me thinking. I'm a builder by profession. I make buildings, malls, etc. I earned a lot of money out of that. I've made reasonable money out of that. And suddenly I realized, Shekhar, these are some of the most ordinary houses you've made. What we made in Hut Bay, they were most ordinary houses for people I have never ever met in life, never I will meet ever in life. In a place where I will not go hereafter in my life. And yet when we were handing over those houses to those people, they gave me far greater satisfaction than all the buildings that I've made in Calcutta or anywhere else. And I realized why. Because here I was thinking of others even before I was thinking of myself. Other places I was earning money, here I was spending money. But the joy was greater because I was giving homes for people who were homeless, absolutely, whose homes were devastated. So that sight of seeing those houses shimmering and thinking about this entire thing is one of the better moments for me in Rotary.
Thank you, sir. It was really good to hear about your cherished moment in Rotary. Now, next question we have is, what is the expectation of Rotary International from MDIOs?
I just mentioned all the expectations. So whoever does it, Rotaractors can do it, PDRRs can do it, MDIOs can do it. Do provide leadership. Let people start dreaming big, you know. You are young people, have dreams from this stage in life. dreams so big that Sneha you cannot complete, Swikriti you cannot complete in your term, your tenure, you should have dreams for your own life also. Dreams which are so big that it'll take you a lot of effort to achieve that. And for presidents in Rotaract, dream of things. So George Bernard Shaw used to say, you see things as they are and ask why. You see things as they are and ask why. I dream of things that never were and ask why not. So that is how you will have to do. Take up challenging tasks, a little risk. A ship, Security, a ship is safe in the harbor. But that is not what ships are meant for. Ships are supposed to sail in the high seas, take the risk. Life is about adventure, not about maintenance only. So there is a lot that can be.
Thank you, sir. Now we have last question. How can Rotary and Rotaract work together for better synergy and impact?
I've already covered that, and I think we should. Rotaract, first a mindset change with the Rotarians. Oh, ye log chota hai, oh, we know better than them. That attitude needs to go. A 1:1 equal partnership is what is expected of the attitude of the Rotarians, because you are another type of membership. No. So that's the first and foremost thing. Secondly, the Rotaractors also need to have great fun, but take Rotaract a little more seriously, do some meaningful work and meaningful projects. As I said, start dreaming big. So you will do bigger projects rather than small little projects. If you find one club does not have the resources, more clubs come together and do impactful, meaningful projects in your area. Get help of Rotarians, join hands with them. Soon you will be able to apply for global grants. Do apply for global grants and suddenly you will see your horizon has become so wide. So there is a lot of work that can happen. Do have fellowships, at least 2 fellowships with the Rotarians during the year, so that you know each other better, you enjoy. A good relationship between Rotary and Rotaract Club will definitely lead to a lot of good things happening.
Thank you, Rotarian Shekhar Mehta, sir. We will be taking no more questions now, as we have almost come to the end of 3rd plenary session of Virtual Rotaract South Asia Summit. Interact live with Rotary International President-elect Rotarian Shekhar Mehta. Now, I would like to hand over the floor to the District Rotaract Committee Chair, Rotary International District 3292, Rotarian Subhash Sigdel, for the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Secretary, for this opportunity. It's my pleasure to be a part of this SADC Summit. First of all, I would like to acknowledge to present our world leader, RIPE Shekhar Da, our District Governor, Rajiv Pokhrel, as well as our District Governor nominee, Jitendra Raj Rajmandari, District Governor-elect Santosh Rijal, District Governor nominee designated Rajendra Doju, DRR Sanjeev, and many DRRs from the different districts, and Rotaractors and Rotarians from all over the districts and beside District 3292. First of all, this South Asia Summit was already been decided to hear Pokhara for conducting, but we cannot do that. And virtually we are doing starting from yesterday, and we are closing today. In all scenario, we already our district governor mentions in our district 3292, we already increased 26 Rotaract clubs in our district 3292. So first of all, I would like to congratulate our district Rotaract team. They do more efficiently than before. Again, I would like to thanks all of the respected Rotarians to be here for encouraging our Rotaractors. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sukrit.
Thank you everyone for your presence. Now we will be having next session. So we will see you in the next session of South Asia Summit.
Thank you, Shekhada. Thank you very much for coming, sir. Thank you so much.
See you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So it was great having you.